Today's video, I'm going to be going over how exactly I'm going to be making over 10K this year by flipping Legos on various online sites. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. As always, a like and subscribe is appreciated. It helps the channel out. Okay, let me explain the process real quick before we hop on to exactly what I'm going to be doing. Lego, since the beginning of time, has always kind of been a resellable product. And in recent years, it's kind of found a market. I'm not necessarily saying, a 5X, a 10X, a 20X on your investment. But what I am saying is a 2X, 3X, or potentially just a 50% return depending on the time period. And the reason for this is because of price discrepancies. Legos very often are going to have different times of year where they're either just on clearance or for say there's a sale, Easter, Christmas, Black Friday, you name it, and the price is just going to drop down. So now that you understand the basis of exactly how it works, let's review what exactly I'm using to find out what products are going to sell, what aren't going to sell, and how I kind of go about finding my sales. So that brings us to our site, which we're looking at right now, called Brick Economy. So Brick Economy, basically, you can look at it as a portfolio of every single Lego set that's ever been made. It's a giant database, and it's one of the main tools I use to actually figure out what exactly I'm going to buy, is it a good deal, etc., etc. They give you tons of different information on here. Like it says 20,000 sets are tracked, 96% have the current values, and it kind of gives, some fun stats about Legos in general. As I said before, Legos have just been booming in the last 10 years. If you would have held Legos, you actually would have outperformed the S&P 500. I believe that's still true. And the S&P 500, in case you don't know, is the biggest stock exchange, basically a collection of the 500 biggest stocks. And it's probably one of the top investments for most retail investors. But that's beyond the point. Basically, all you need to know is that buying Legos makes you money. So to further my point, let's kind of talk about how I use this tool to my advantage. So each Lego set, as you look around, you kind of realize it has this number right here. So 9398. Lego sets all have a number to them, and this is how you're going to look them up using Brick Economy. So if you're in a store and you're looking at a Lego set, you see it's clearanced out, you are going to go on brickeconomy.com and you're going to type it in right here. So let's say that we found this 9398 crawler in the store. Here's what we're going to do. 9398. So with that being said, that's Brick Economy for you. Like I said, you can look up sets that you find at the store on clearance, see if they're available, see if they're retired, which I don't know if I've gotten into. A retired set basically means that they're no longer making them. When you have a retired set, it's going to say retired under Brick Economy. And what that means is, so let's get into the third and final part of this video, which is how do I actually sell these products? So when it comes down to it, you're going to have three options on how you're going to sell these sets. Those are Amazon, Walmart, and eBay. I have a seller account on all three. I move Legos between all three. I show people how to actually do that. I have a free Discord in the link below. I also offer a mentorship showing people how to sell on Amazon, Walmart, eBay, because Legos aren't the only thing I sell. This is just more or less something that I have found to be super profitable. So go ahead and check that out. I'd really appreciate it. But when it comes down to it, yeah, you have three options to sell those. Yeah, so I hope you learned something about how to invest in Legos today. Super easy to do. You can do it at home. Really, anyone can do it. You just need to be able to sell on Amazon, eBay, or Walmart, and you'll be good to go. I hope you found this video super useful. My name is Chase. I do e-commerce videos. I talk about e-commerce all the time. I'd love if you just subscribe to the channel, like the video if you found it useful. Have a good one.